Hello and welcome. You're watching Express News. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. We give you top 100 news of the day. Let's get started. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the eastern Indian state of Bihar. PM held a roadshow in Gaya, followed by a public meeting. PM laid the foundation stone and inaugurated multiple development projects belonging to multiple sectors, including power, road, health, urban development, and water supply. PM Modi also flagged off Amrit Bharat Express between Gaya and Delhi and the Buddhist circuit train between Vaishali and Kodarma. Gree Pravesh ceremony of 12,000 rural beneficiaries under PMAY Grameen and 4,260 beneficiaries under PMAY Urban also took place with the symbolic handing over of keys to few beneficiaries by the Prime Minister. Addressing the people, the Prime Minister reiterated that providing Pakka houses to the poor is one of his major commitments. The PM also remarked that the land of Gayaji is a land of spirituality and peace, highlighting that the sacred soil is where Lord Buddha attained enlightenment. Group Captain Shumanshu Shukla, Group Captain Prasant B. Nair and Group Captain B. Biswal, along with Chairman ISRO and other dignitaries, called on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Friday. Group Captain Shumanshu Shukla shared his experiences in space with the President. The President extended her best wishes to the entire team for future endeavours, especially for the Gaganyaan mission. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar concluded his Russia visit on Thursday after meeting President Putin at the Kremlin. The minister conveyed the warm greetings of President Murmu and Prime Minister Modi. He also apprised Putin of his discussions with First Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov and counterpart Sergei Lavrov. Minister Jaishankar also talked about the preparations for the annual Leaders Summit slated for the end of this year. Minister appreciated Putin sharing perspectives on the global situation and recent developments on Ukraine. The government has issued the notification extending privileges and immunities to the International Big Cat Alliance, its representatives and officials under the United Nations Privileges and Immunities Act 1947. In a social media post, Union Minister Bhupender Yadav said that the significant step reaffirms India's steadfast commitment to strengthening international cooperation for big cat conservation. The Election Commission of India has appointed Sushil Kumar Lohani and D. Anandan as observers for the upcoming vice presidential election, which will be held on 9th of next month. The 18th International Olympiad on Astronomy and Astrophysics concluded in Mumbai, with India registering a stellar performance, securing a total of 5 medals, 4 gold and 1 silver. The Supreme Court has modified its earlier directive mandating the confinement of all stray dogs in shelters across Delhi NCR. A bench led by Justice Vikram Nath has now allowed the release of dewormed and vaccinated strays back to their original locations. Aggressive or rabid dogs, however, will not be released. The International Buddhist Confederation organized the 3rd International Conference of Young Buddhist Scholars on Friday in New Delhi. The theme for this year's conference was Wisdom Transmission in Buddhism in 21st Century, bringing together young voices to deliberate on the relevance of Buddha's teachings in contemporary times. Former Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh hailed the Assam Rifles for collecting biometrics of those who have been entering India illegally from Myanmar and said the influx of outsiders is real and ongoing. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha dismissed 2 government employees for alleged terror links on Friday. The decision was made under Article 3112C of the Constitution. Sharing a video on X, Science Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh said that on 23rd of August, India will celebrate the 2nd National Space Day, honouring its journey from satellites to human spaceflight and the vision of infinite possibilities. ISRO's inaugural session of National Meet 2025 is being held in New Delhi with the theme Leveraging Space Technology and Applications for Viksit Bharat 2047. Addressing the gathering, ISRO Chairman V. Narayanan talked about the critical role of the space program in Viksit Bharat, reaffirming the nation's commitment to technological excellence. Indian equity indices ended on a negative note on Friday. At close, the Sensex tanked 693.86 points to settle at 81,306.85, while Nifty dropped 213.65 points to 24,870.1. Indian rupee fell 28 paise to close at 87.53 against US dollar on Friday. Gold futures maturing on October 3rd were priced at 99,378 rupees per 10 grams on the Multi Commodity Exchange. Silver futures for September 5 maturity stood at 1,13,640 rupees per kilograms on the MCX. Oil prices were stable on Friday. Brent crude futures were up 0.1% at $68 a barrel, while West Texas Intermediate rose 0.2% to $64. Google reportedly has struck a 6-year cloud computing deal with Meta Platforms worth more than $10 billion, a source familiar with the matter told Reuters on Thursday. The search giant's second big agreement recently after one with OpenAI. Former Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe was arrested by the CID on Friday in connection with the allegations that he used state funds to cover expenses for a 2023 private visit to London, where he attended a university graduation ceremony. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said on Thursday that Israel will begin the Gaza ceasefire and hostage release negotiations. Israel will dispatch negotiators to talks once a location is set, as they believe that 50 hostages remain in Gaza and at least 20 of whom are thought to be alive. Netanyahu also added that he was meeting commanders to approve plans for capturing Gaza City and defeating Hamas, a day after Defense Ministry approved a plan authorizing the call-up of roughly 60,000 reservists to help capture Gaza City. Russian forces claim to have made advancements in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region on Thursday. It said that they have captured the Ukrainian village of Oleksandro-Shutne. Ukraine also reported on Thursday that it had regained control over most of Tovste in Donetsk and hit Russian targets, including an oil refinery. Military leaders from the United States and several European nations submitted proposals to their national security advisors, outlining potential security guarantees for Ukraine on Thursday. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi will have a joint telephonic call with his French, British and German counterparts on Friday to discuss nuclear talks and sanctions. Bangkok Criminal Court on Friday cleared former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra of charges of violating Thailand's strict law on royal insults. The Trump administration announced on Thursday a sweeping review of all US visa holders, potentially affecting more than 55 million people. The process would include examination of visa holders' social media profiles, home country law enforcement, and immigration records, among others. People in Washington protested against US President Donald Trump's crime crackdown at a traffic stop on Thursday evening, holding signs and flags as police officers stood watch nearby. Eric Menendez, who along with his brother Lyle has served 35 years of a life prison term for 1989 shotgun murders of their parents in their Beverly Hills home, was denied parole on Thursday. At least 12 police officers died when a Colombian National Police helicopter was attacked in the department of Antioquia while supporting coca leaf eradication operations on Thursday. Peru's Congress voted on Thursday to declare Colombian President Gustavo Petro persona non grata amid a territorial dispute over an Amazon island. The measure passed with 50 votes in favor. Authorities in Kenya have recovered 5 bodies from shallow graves in Kwabinzaro village located on the outskirts of Malindi in Kilifi County, authorities said on Thursday. The site lies just a few kilometers from Shakahola forest, where more than 400 people linked to a doomsday cult were found dead in 2023. Officials say the area under investigation is vast. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un decorated troops who fought for Russia against Ukraine by placing medals beside portraits of soldiers reportedly killed and hugging visibly emotional servicemen. Russian forces have conducted an exercise in the Baltic Sea, including drills to repel an underwater attack, the defense ministry said on Friday. A German bottle manufacturer, Eproplast, is aiming to cut down on plastic waste by producing a large portion of its wares from completely recycled materials. Britain's Queen Camilla attended the second day of the Ebor Festival at York Racecourse on Thursday, unveiling a plaque commemorating the Judd Monte International as the world's best race of 2024. We are heading for a short break. We'll be back with Express News in just a bit. Stay tuned to DD India.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Let's resume. In Delhi, the Yamuna River continues to flow close to the danger mark. Visuals from the city's Loha Pul area showed the water level near the 205-meter mark. The overflowing river water has reached residential areas. In Uttarkashi, the formation of a temporary lake on the Yamuna River at Sian Chatti has caused water to reach residential areas. Fire brigades and residents of the central Portuguese town of Castelo Novo battled wildfires on Thursday. A Portuguese firefighter suffered severe burns as the wildfire suddenly changed direction. Footage showed at least 3 firefighters in the Valverde area running from rapidly advancing flames. Demonstrators across Spain's northern region of Galicia protested against the government's handling of wildfires that have devastated the area. Helicopters dumped water on wildfire in Turkey's southwestern province of Muğla in an effort to contain the blaze. The National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning for Los Angeles and the surrounding areas. Temperatures are expected to reach the mid-90s, with some areas surpassing 100 degrees. Firefighters are struggling to control a massive wildfire sweeping through the Florida Everglades, with only 10% of the mile marker 39 fire contained. New Jersey is preparing for the impact of Hurricane Erin, which is moving north in the Atlantic Ocean, hundreds of miles offshore. See Bright Beach is among the areas bracing for the storm. Typhoon Ling weakened into a tropical depression on Friday, local media reported, a day after making landfall and bringing record heavy rainfall in southwestern Japan. As Shanghai endures a relentless heat wave, zookeepers are providing ice blocks, juicy watermelons and refreshing mist sprays to bring relief to the animals. The small English town of Taunton turned out on Wednesday to bid farewell to the longest-serving KFC employee, Pauline Richards. Richards, who began working at the fast food chain in 1978, died last month at the age of 74, having served at KFC for 47 years. Her funeral procession passed the branch where she worked. Over 120 cats and dogs arrived in New Jersey, airlifted from overcrowded southern shelters in a major rescue mission. Part of the Clear the Shelters campaign, the animals now await adoption in the Northeast thanks to Greater Good Charities and NBC Universal Locals' life-saving efforts. Tens of thousands of visitors gathered in the capital of the Netherlands to attend Sail this week, one of the largest sailing ship events in the world. The Maritime Festival, which takes place over the course of 5 days, expects to host over 10,000 ships and around 2.3 million visitors. Sail was first organized in 1975 to mark the 700th anniversary of Amsterdam and include a parade of old sailing boats, free ship tours and waterside activities. It will end on August 24. Statues are hoisted by crane from the Mediterranean Sea to the shore at Abu Qir Bay in Alexandria. Artifacts from sunken city unveiled by Egypt dating back to over 2,000 years. Authorities say the site located in the bay may be an extension of the ancient city of Canopus, a prominent center during the Ptolemaic dynasty, which ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years. McDonald's Japan has cancelled a promotion based on the classic One Piece manga series after a similar Pokemon-themed campaign sparked a frenzy uproar about uneaten food being discarded. German sportswear giant Adidas publicly apologizes to an indigenous community in Mexico after using their traditional sandal designs for a new product, which artisans and authorities denounced as cultural appropriation. The final round of the folk musicians contest Play Bakshi in fact, and took place at the Muqam Palace of the State Cultural Center of Turkmenistan in Ashgabat. A Nigerian prosthetics firm called Immortal Cosmetic Art has developed bionic arms for amputees that work with electromyography signals sent from the brain to different hand muscles of an amputee. The firm is seeking financial support, which shall make prosthetics affordable for Nigerians. Bollywood icon Nana Patekar returns with The Confession, a gripping social thriller which will hit theatres this December. Veteran Punjabi actor and comedian Jaswinder Bhalla, famous for Carry On Jatta, passed away at the age of 65. First glimpse of fantasy action film Vishwambara unveiled on Friday, starring South megastar Chiranjeevi. Ek Chatur Nar, a comedy thriller movie, is set to release next month, starring Bollywood actors Neel Nitin Mukesh and Divya Khosla. Wash Level 2 psychological horror thriller film to release all over India on 27th of August in Hindi and Gujarati languages. Harshvardhan Rane and Sonam Bajwa starrer Ek Diwane Ki Diwaniyat film's teaser is out. The movie will hit the theatres on this Diwali, the 21st of October. Prime Video's Our Fault, a Spanish romantic drama finale of Culpable's trilogy, is going to premiere on 16th of October. It stars Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara. Netflix's American historical drama series Death by Lightning to premiere on 6th of November this year. It is based on Candice Millard's 2011 non-fiction book Destiny of the Republic. American band Mastodon co-founder and guitarist Brent Hindis died at the age of 51 in a motorcycle crash. Grammy-winning American singer Lil Nas X was arrested after charging at law enforcement officers in Los Angeles on Thursday. The India's Sports Ministry on Thursday released a policy clearing that India can participate in international or multilateral events where Pakistan is present. This means that Indian cricket team can feature in next month's Asia Cup. However, the policy announcement also stated that bilateral contests with Pakistan remain suspended. Indian spin legend Ravichandran Ashwin on Thursday revealed that having to sit out of test matches on a way towards eventually got to him that led to his abrupt international retirement in the middle of the last Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia. The ICC on Friday announced that Mumbai replaced Bengaluru as one of the 5 venues for next month's Women's ODI World Cup due to unforeseen circumstances. The trophy for the Champions League T10 tournament was unveiled in Delhi on Thursday. The event marks the arrival of India's first indoor cricket league. Indian shooter Elavanil Valarivan clinched the gold medal in a women's 10-meter air rifle competition of the 16th Asian Championships on Friday. Rudraksh Patil and Arjun Babuta, also Kiran Jadhav, combined to win the gold medal in the 10-meter air rifle men's team event at the Asian Shooting Championship in Kazakhstan. In tennis, US Open defending champion Yannick Sinner will begin his title defense against Czech Vít Kopriva after the draws for the last Grand Slam of the year was out on Thursday. Reigning French Open champion Alcaraz will begin against American Riley Opelka. 4-time champion Novak Djokovic will start against Tien and could face Alcaraz in semi-final. In the women's draw, top seed Aryna Sabalenka will face against Rebecca Mazarova, and she could take on Jessica Pegula in semi-final, and Wimbledon winner Iga Swiatek in the final. Second seed Iga Swiatek, the reigning Wimbledon champion and 2022 US Open winner, is in the other side of the draw and begins her bid for a 7th Grand Slam singles title against Colombia's Emiliana Arango. Incumbent Ajay Singh was on Thursday re-elected president of the Boxing Federation of India for a 3rd consecutive term after a comprehensive victory over Olympian Jaslal Pradhan. Dozens were hospitalized and hundreds detained after violent clashes by fans during the Copa Sudamericana last 16 match between Independiente and Universidad de Chile. The second day of the Khelo India Water Sports Festival 2025 at the picturesque Dal Lake, Srinagar witnessed spirited competitions, enthusiastic participation and a vibrant atmosphere celebrating India's growing water sports culture. That's in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. You stay tuned.